Organized Sound Podcast, welcome back. I'm your host, Mahib Balday, and we have a very special guest in the building today, Chris Taylor XO. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you, man?
I'm very well. So introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, man. I'm Chris Taylor. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I've been in New Jersey, New York my whole life. Well, switching back and forth, but there's really no difference in my opinion. So, yeah. And I'm a hit maker, and I like smooth vibes, club bangers, and just a real smooth dude.
Word.
I need that gold, I need that perp. Got that 2-4 chillin' on my shirt. Added 7 cause I always put in work. 24/7, let me kill the verse.
So would you call yourself an R&B artist, or are you kind of like a hybrid?
I just actually recently found like R&B to be like part of my sound. I think now is going to be more of a smooth kind of transition because I still love rap and I'm still gonna rap. So just now, like I'm just testing the sound of seeing how can I turn the rap into like something smooth, like Ty Dolla $ign, or like you have Chris Brown here and there, and So I'm thinking like, how can I make the smooth transition? Just have an all around overall sound. So.
Word. And so you mentioned a lot of West Coast artists. Is that a big influence for you?
It is.
Okay.
It definitely is.
How so in the music?
Wow.
Or just describe your music.
Right. I don't know, man. I would say like I'm just turned up, and I love just like the scene of like being turned up in the club, and just in general, just like the whole West Coast kind of thing. Their whole kind of wave, I like it. It's just like I'm not trying to be like on that. I'm trying to remain original.
Right, you're trying to do your version of it because New York is very different.
It's very different. It's kind of hard to make that transition, but just trying to be as original as possible with it. So
definitely.
Right.
So tell me about New Jersey. How long have you been there at this point?
I've been in New Jersey for a good 10, 15, I since I was little.
Okay, that's where the family brought you, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. What's the music scene over there? There's definitely there's a new wave going on. Speaking of new wave,
right?
How do you feel about that?
I feel great. I feel great about it. I think it's big for Jersey, and of course, I felt like Jersey hasn't been too hot as of for a long time.
Right.
So,
Tri-state in general.
Right. It's just not a lot of people like Fetty, and you have Fat Boy who's doing his thing, and
definitely
you have a whole bunch of other people in Jersey that's just doing what they're supposed to do, and just representing. And I think it's pretty huge for like the tri-state in general.
Word. So tell me about how you first started making music and where you first recorded.
Right. So my uncle, he has a studio in Brooklyn out here. So I recorded with him. He goes by the name of Silence the Fifth. And man, we used to collaborate a lot on a lot of music. And he got me started. So I'd never like, I never wanted to like, how would I say it? I don't want to like, forget where I came from, but that's where I started. So, his family, I always hold it down, but, so he has like a professional studio in Brooklyn, and, I went there, recorded Level Game, Bring It Back. It's okay. We recorded most of my music there. So
okay.
All of the speaker knocking music you hear is
definitely
come out of there.
Oh, mm-hmm. We're definitely going to get into the music.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about. Okay, so this is some real family business. I do want to get right into the music. Bring It Back is kind of the first song for you, right?
Yeah,
the first big
one
single.
Really popped out, yeah.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and that's a fun music video that you did over in Times Square.
It is.
How did you put that together?
Yeah, man. So I was doing a little research on YouTube, and I liked a director from LA. And, he goes by the name of CM Deluxe, and I brought him out. I flew him out when I was 19. So I think
Word.
that was I think
making
that was,
plays.
Yeah, word.
Okay.
I think that was pretty dope, and so I got him to stay out here for 3 days, and we just got shots all over New York. So I was pretty young, and I feel like that's really big for a young person to be doing that with like no management and doing it on your own and trying to make things happen. But yeah, man. So it was cold. That's why I had gloves on.
It looked cold.
Yeah, that's why I had gloves on and jacket. But it came out really dope, and I'm really glad that people liked the video. But I do plan on shooting a West Coast version, like a really good version of the West Coast. So there'll be like an East Coast version to bring back, and there'll be a West Coast. So I'll probably do that this year.
Oh, I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah.
So how was the collaboration process, right? You have a guy come in and film it, and then from there, how much say did you have in the edit, and did you ask him to change things?
No, I'm pretty lenient dude. When it came down to like video production, I pretty much I knew what I was investing in, so
You let him take control.
yeah, I let him shoot the video. I just let him edit and whatever his vibe was, and like he's from LA, so I just felt like it was gonna work out.
Definitely. Okay, so I want to talk about the mixtape Extreme High.
Okay.
And this came out last year, right?
It did.
So the first song, I think, really shows your versatility when you're talking about somebody who can be smooth, but then also put out a banger. You
Right.
have Level Gang.
Right.
Starting it off.
Right.
That beat really makes everything sound grandiose.
Yeah.
And then you got the whole set on there for
Yeah.
features and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
talk about putting that song together.
Level Gang. That was like one of the first tracks I put out ever, and that was with Silence, and that was my uncle. So we put that together, and like I found the beat on YouTube actually. So it was kind of like I was 17. I didn't really know. That was like just the beginning, like the baby steps. Like I just figuring out how to do things. What's it gonna take to make it happen, and like Level Gang was like just one of those things where I just like Wiz was really popping at the time. So it's a Taylor Gang remix. I'm not sure if you can like hear like the similarities into that beat with Taylor Gang. So it was just a banger, and like we just had a lot of fun on that track, and I was 17 at the time, so I'm not sure if anyone
Yeah, so that was in the stash for a while.
that was definitely.
And so you worked on it a little bit. You talk about the early days in the studio. What were some of the biggest lessons for you?
I think
Or improvements?
right. I think just learning how to like settle down and let things come to me. I think doing a whole lot of research on new music and like just staying involved, like how you can I think just staying involved, like, just making sure you're on Instagram and like you're doing your research, and how can you do what it is that you have to do to make the new hit, and what people like, what sells, and but I think in general you're talking about like the music process, or
Yeah,
just
the process for you.
the process. So like how do I get into like making a hit?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
We can talk
so-
about that.
Okay, cool. So my boy Triple X Productions, he's like my producer.
Right.
So
And he also did production for Kid Ink, right?
he did.
Okay, so how did you make that connection?
I found it. I found he's he's a hustler just like me, and so we did business, and like I got a couple beats from him, like probably for the past 4 years from him. So he's under my belt. He's produced like majority of my tracks. He is like the anchor in my career, like in music. So like he's really been like there, and he's been putting out some dope bangers, and I was like, I got to.
Right. So it's that mutual respect. I want to talk about a particular song because we were talking about songwriting history. History has a lot of knowledge in it. A lot of history.
It does.
And so I kind of want to know, because it's how you end off the mixtape, and because it kind of exists in a space where you aren't writing kind of like your traditional banger, traditional like verse, hook, like how was it writing that song?
So our history.
Yeah.
So the process of our history is actually pretty cool. It's actually a 20-year-old song now. 2000. Yeah, around there, like 2002.
Mm-hmm.
So good 16 years ago. And yeah, so my dad wrote that when he was my age, around my age. So I just when I was little, like I was like, I'm like, what are you writing? Like, you know, he was just be in like his room writing that song. So like he did it with his class. He's a teacher in Patterson, New Jersey. So he actually recorded the song in the studio. So I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Like as I got older and really found out like what the song was about, and then I took it to him. I guess a year ago, and I was like, you know what? Let me try to like remaster the song. Let me try to like it's the same beat from all the way from 2002.
Yeah, it has that old school sound.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that Will Smith kind of thing. And,
yeah.
I would say, yeah, I told him like, let me just redo it. Let me see how it is, and I actually really like the production of it, and it's original and it's still like it's like a father son kind of project. So it was pretty cool to put together, and like everything that's in that song, like lyrically, there is no like false facts in it. So it's kind of like even if the average person was to listen to it, they would definitely try to Google it and see like, oh, was Chris talking about that? Oh, let me see if that's right, and you can look it up. It's right.
Word. Yeah, I mean, I went to school at UMass Amherst, and
yeah, history is
Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, they're
Right.
legendary. Actually, the UMass library is the W.E.B. Du Bois library. So there's a lot of history in the Northeast and for the entire civil rights movement.
Right, man. I love history.
And it took me by surprise at the end. Like that was a really special thing that you included, and I'm glad you did. So for the newest music that you have out, it's Hit It or Nah. And so talk about that song. Back to something I would say is a more traditional Chris Taylor song.
I think
all about the ladies. Let's not get it confused.
I don't know. Yeah, man. I had a lot of fun doing that one. I was kind of like I don't know what was going through my mind when I wrote that, but like I don't know, man. I just had a lot of fun doing it, and I feel like that's actually the next music video I'm going to shoot with Nimi Hendrix. So he's a big New Jersey director, and he does a lot of videos. And yeah, we're gonna chop that up soon. So that's what I'm working on next. But Hit It or Nah is actually one of my favorite songs that I've done because it's funny and it's like all the girls that I take it to and like they listen to it, they just die of laughter. Like it's just funny. Like, but other than that, I think it's gonna be real fun. It's like a Chris Brown kind of vibe. It's like a strip club.
Absolutely.
I have a lot of fun doing that.
So we got to talk about relationships. So in that vein, are you single right now?
I'm single, man.
Hey, yo!
I'm single, man. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Listen, this is a public service announcement for the ladies.
You know it.
All right, but so where are you at in terms of thinking about relationships? Is that something you want, or?
I don't know. I told one of my homegirls at work. I told her that
I want the truth, bro.
No. I told her like, you know what? I'm gonna try to like, cause I'm keeping it real.
Let's keep it a buck.
This is not fake.
Let's keep it a buck.
Right. This is not fake. Like I've never been in like an actual relationship before. Like anything probably longer than like 2 weeks of me talking to a girl. I never really went further than that.
I think that's way more common in this generation than anyone realizes.
I'm happy about it. There's like no history about it. And, I'm just a free dude, just doing what I'm supposed to do and being focused, of course.
Word. So what's the ideal woman for you? What's your type?
Oh man, I love the Spanish woman, man. But she's got to be.
That's why you spent all this time in Dominican Republic, right?
Yeah. Facts. But
yeah, personality-wise.
Personality, just gotta be cool. Like you gotta be able to vibe with me. Like if you can't do that, then it's not gonna work. You got like I gotta be able to talk to you whenever I gotta talk to you, like about something, and you gotta keep it 100 with me, like throughout the whole way. And if it doesn't work out, then if I feel it doesn't work out, then this is not, we're not vibing. So. Got you.
Yeah. So let's talk about live performances. You have been doing shows. You're telling me all around. You're telling me about Vegas, popping out. What was your first live show, and how were you feeling then? Were you nervous?
My first live show was in Vegas.
Okay, wow.
So I met up with CM Deluxe out there. So we did coast to coast video. So that's pretty cool. So my YouTube, you can obviously tell like from the music video, like scenarios and settings that it's not, just all in one place. Like one's in New York, the work music videos in Vegas and Freaky. So actually, one of my main performances is in the Freaky music video. So you can see like that's actually the live performance and that's the actual music video. So it both goes hand in hand.
Got you.
Yeah, one of my first performances was definitely in Vegas, and like Vegas shows a lot of love, and they love that kind of music. So it just felt real good to like I wasn't nervous. I was turned up. Everybody was turned up. So I was just like got turned up a notch, and like it was dope.
Okay, so how do you like performing in New York? Because New York is kind of legendary for having haters almost.
I know.
In the crowd.
I don't know. It's interesting, man. I haven't really like experienced any real hate. I think people,
You get love.
I do.
Listen, that's the hometown.
Yeah, and in New York is it's a bit different. Like people, will definitely like, they'll shove you first before they check you out, kind of thing. And but it's every time when they hear it and they're like, "Oh, who's that?" I'm like, "That's me." And everything ends up working out, and they ended up liking it. So
that's perfect.
Right.
Tell me about. Actually, I have a fun segment. I dug into your Twitter a little bit right before you came through, and I liked what I was seeing. Describe to me this little dance party with Shiggy show.
Oh man! So my boy had a video shoot in Patterson recently. So everybody got together last weekend, and Shiggy came through, and so shout out to Shiggy.
Shout out Shiggy.
So he's got
he's doing real big right now.
Yeah.
Who posted him? I think Meek just posted him. Just.
Yeah, Meek and Rihanna, they all posted him, as he got out. So I think Meek Mill's gonna do some real dope music too.
Absolutely.
So it's been a minute.
He's hungry.
But with Shiggy, I think I respected everything that was happening. Like us being side to side, like going off, dancing and whatnot. I think it was dope. So I'll be able to post that video soon. That way people can check that out.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. Okay, so going to your tweets in particular, this one I really liked is "Fuck clout, I want respect."
Word.
Where was your mindset during that?
Man, because I feel like in general that's what people do music for is clout. So it's kind of like I just the clout is cool, but I mean like it's kind of like a bonus in my eyes, but definitely like the respect factor is what gets you where you want to be. It builds your legacy, it builds character. So I feel in general like people do things for attention. I don't want to tag like 10,000 people in one post and then I don't.
It's not your style.
It's not. It's definitely not. I like it when people hit me up and tell me that my shit is dope. That's what gets me going. That's the respect factor that it goes hand in hand, and that's what I mean by like respect other than clout.
But at the same time, you almost can't have one without the other.
That's true.
So yeah, I definitely. I don't know. I don't like the word clout. I think it comes from it comes from an area of like a bad attitude. Like this is like a new word, and I don't really like it. And I think respect first, right? Because you have these concepts of like fame, money, and like keep the respect first. Yeah. I'm totally for that, and I'm with you on that particular tweet.
Like, people just want to like go for the the shout out first instead of just earning it, and whatever the case.
There's a lot to be said for that too. Is keep your head down and work, and things will come to you. Like you said, just being in the studio, the ideas come to you.
Right.
The fans come to you. You have to make sure that you're perfecting your craft first.
That's right. Building your image.
not chasing the clout.
Exactly.
Listen, this is major facts for all you new artists. I hope you're listening.
Exactly, man.
All right, tweet number 2.
Okay.
Money can't buy love nor happiness. You gotta be a certain age to understand this one.
Where you really do.
And it almost goes, you could have used the word money and exchanged it for clout, because clout can't buy love or happiness either. But I think, people think it's a currency. It's definitely a currency, but that's a really important thing to understand.
That's true.
So speak on that. Money can't buy love nor happiness.
I see it all the time though. I feel like people with money just, some people, not all people, but money, you can be rich, but it depends. Like, people can be rich, but they can be faking happiness.
Absolutely.
So it's like people can, have, people can have the money to go to a strip club and buy love, but it's really not love.
Right, so, and it doesn't last.
It doesn't last at all.
It's just so frivolous and fast.
Right.
I was just at, what was it? Club Love/Lust.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there were people my age with like a handful of 20s like this. I'm like, what?
Yeah, right?
What's your job, bro?
Right, yeah.
Let me be your little assistant. But yeah, so you do a lot of party type music. Where do you like to go out?
I love heading out to LA, man.
Okay.
I love heading out to LA. Like all my LA people, they support me, and I think what really got me going is that connection that I have. Like I love, I know what they expect in terms of music. So when I put it out, they know what's up already. And bringing out an LA director all the way into New York and flying out from New York to LA to shoot more visuals out there, I think. So I'm very well connected with LA, and that's why I love to go to like party. Like they already got weed rolled up for me when I'm
when you're off the plane ready to go.
They're like, "Yo, where you at?" And they pull up to me, and we chop it up. And yeah, man. So I'm hoping to do even bigger things, and like that way I can like set up shows, because I got new management now.
Okay,
so,
talk about that.
Okay, cool. So I'm under Fatboy SSE's assistant manager. He's like a CEO. He does his own thing, in his own time too. So his name is Untitled Export Logan. So yeah, I actually inquired his services before. So I'm investing a bit in that, and yeah, I told him that our next move is definitely going to be like the music video in New Jersey, and that's going to be a big project. I think that's going to be like the start to a very special movement, and that's what just in general, I think me and him can definitely do some big things together. And his feed is crazy. I think he shot for like PNB Rod, DJ Khaled. Like he's he's
certified.
Yeah, he's on the radar. So I liked what I saw, and I definitely think we're gonna get some things going for sure in Jersey. This is like just the beginning, in my opinion, in my eyes, and so I've been building my brand and my name and artists and music, but he's definitely gonna help me out, and in terms of management. So
word. Well, I think this is a perfect segue into new music. So you mentioned having a lot of songs ready for this coming summer. What can you tell us about new music?
Yes. I have a single coming out called "You Deserve Better," so I think that's gonna be like a fun little bang for the ladies, and that's gonna be a vibe. So like I think most of the new music that I have that's coming is something you can roll up to and just chill. Kind of it's gonna have that of course it's gonna bang and whatnot, because that's what I usually get into with music. It has to have like those 808s and that bass, but people love it. So I have new music coming with Jezediah. So
yes, Jezediah. If you haven't seen the Jezediah interview, go find that in the channel, Organized Sound Podcast. How did you guys link?
So yeah, I used to do a whole lot of shooting, but I definitely want to get back into directing soon. But so you'll see a whole lot of like aspects of me shooting. Well, not shooting, but like directing, like Hit It or Not. Mm-hmm. So once when that music video comes out, you'll see certain things and whatnot that I wanted to include. But How did I meet Just Diet? I think I think Instagram is real dope for like
Yeah.
like
That's how we linked up, bro.
my bro. But yeah, I think it's dope because like he had a show and like I loved his energy and when he was performing and you know his single Goat and I was really fucking with that and that's my shit. Like I tell him like yo that's my shit and he knows what's up already. So yeah we got closer and yeah man we hit the studio together and you know smoked. Came up with some really dope hits that's coming. That's part of my new music. So he's featuring a lot of new tracks that I'm on and yeah, so I definitely think he's got a lot of good things going for him too. He's in school and all that good stuff. So you know,
Absolutely.
there's a whole bunch of young people doing their thing. So
yeah, with all that said, do we have a tape on the way? Do we have a new tape?
I definitely want to get into that, man. I definitely
TBA.
Yeah,
To be announced.
TBA, definitely. I definitely want to put out the new singles out first. I think once that's over, I think once the new music video is out, I think we can definitely move into like a new EP or tape. So,
Perfect. Talk to me about your goals for the future. Where do you see yourself, let's say 10 years from now?
okay. 10 years from now, man. 10 years from now, I want to be helping other artists come up.
Word.
You know, sharing my experience and you know, still being able to, you know, make, you know, songs here and there, of course. Definitely depending on, you know, how I'm going to make it in 10 years. But I definitely would love to like help other artists and like other people in general that are interested, are serious about wanting to build themselves and their craft. But that's definitely where I see myself in 10 years, you know, just, you know, being at least on the top or just at least trying to help someone else get there. So, you know,
I mess
two-way
with
street.
it. Tell me about in this kind of war between, not war, but in this debate between signing to a traditional label and not signing. Where do you fall right now in terms of what you want for yourself and your career?
I see myself just whatever makes me happy and, you know, being able to just make the good music for the people. And I think whatever situation sounds right for me, I'll definitely agree to it. So whatever does sound correct and, you know, what I like and if it vibes together, like I definitely think, you know, I'm a pretty lenient dude. And so I would definitely, you know, sign
You're
to
open
it.
to that conversation.
I'm definitely open to it. Because I think it will help me in general. I think just creating not so much more, I'm not really interested that much in like the money and the fame part. I just like making the good music that people love to hear. So
Word, man. I wish you the best.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you stopping by. Do you got some shout outs?
yes,
Shout outs?
Yes. Let me shout out some fans real fast. That's cool.
Absolutely.
I want to shout out.
We got time, baby.
I got shout out Sandro. Appreciate you for supporting me for all these years. I got T from Dallas. She's been supporting me heavy. Who else? I got Sabrina. So that's Breezy Girl 23 from LA. So
Hey.
yeah, appreciate you. She's my twin, so we got like the same birthday. So
Oh, word.
yeah, that's mad dope. Who else? Real Ones, RGOKY, appreciate you. And anyone who's been holding me down from the other coast, appreciate you. You know, you already know what it is, man. And yeah, just in general, I just want to thank everyone that supports me. And this is like a real dope way to get, you know, I think it's a dope way to get in back to the swing of things, you know, some new music and music video coming. And yeah, man, I really appreciate you for having me, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, bro. This has been the Organized Sound Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Check out, or stay tuned for new music from Chris Taylor XO coming this summer. Don't forget to subscribe to Organized Sound on YouTube, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Word.
Why you worried about how the next nigga flexing? When you dumb niggas gon' learn your lesson. Back off, cause my patience you be testing. And now I just can't keep dealing with all this negativity. So keep that bullshit to yourself, cause it don't mean shit to me. Nah. Say that shit for the birds. Say that shit for the birds. Give a fuck what you heard. I don't give a fuck what you heard. You can say that shit for the birds.